Boy, she's cooking.
Oh, Betsy was there, but I guess she stopped trying.
Oh, we'll find, we'll just.
Okay, so I think we're opening up here. This is the day after Christmas of 2020, so that would mean December 26th, 2020. And we're getting a little late start for anybody who was watching their clocks because it's 3:03 right now.
Oh,
And we got distracted. I was trying to figure out how to get the photos that Keith had sent so I could show them. And unfortunately, I didn't allow enough time between when I thought about this grand idea of having a big gathering for this solstice box. And I have the printed up email that Keith wrote yesterday, stalling their lovely breakfast, I'm sure, for many, many hours. And I wanted the photo, well, we can put the photos on the big screen here, but that wouldn't enable everybody coming on Zoom to see them. And I know it should still be possible. I just wish I had a little more time. But for right now, I think we're going to get started. Hello, Betsy.
Yay.
So
Hi.
we're so happy you're joining us. I had to tell you a story, though. Well, you're not there. Maybe your computer's there without you.
she's not a
There you
But
computer.
you know, Betsy, when you're off at a distance like that, you are so familiar because, of course, it's what little grandma was so famous for, is not sitting down, but always messing around, doing something, right?
Yes, she was. She was busy.
So we're just like our grandma.
Yeah.
Hi, somebody's there. Is that you, David? There you are. You're tricking me, but I don't hear you.
No, I can't hear you either.
You are muted.
Nobody can hear you.
You are muted.
Muted. Ooh.
Not now,
Betsy doesn't want us to hear her chewing, perhaps.
perhaps.
Okay,
Hello,
we were just
David.
doing that eating thing ourselves. We were eating this pie that I made for Wendy. Do we have, well, maybe we should bring over the remnants of it. So I made her an apple pie for a present. And then I just couldn't stand it anymore. I had to taste it. And so we all been eating her pie. And I feel bad.
Oh,
It was for her. And I don't know that she's
Don't
going
be
to have
bad.
a whole lot
She
left.
wasn't gonna eat the whole
But
pie.
I do have, you know, Betsy, you know me well enough, right, that I'm pretty critical about what I make. So when I say it's the best pie I've ever made, it's kind of unusual.
yeah.
You've made a lot of apple pies.
I know, but there's never's anyone better than this. 'Cause
No,
this
it was
is today.
delicious.
What do you think? Do you want some?
Yes,
I thought so.
We think it tastes just like Butler recommends,
A
but
whole lot.
whatever that means. It might be the lemon in there, hard to say. What it,
If we really remember, I don't remember.
yeah.
I kind of have a sense memory, and I have to say the crust actually is better, of course. Hey, you're puzzling. We
You
are.
And
in
you guys
unison.
have,
Our puzzle that we started at Thanksgiving got finished by Sophie. Sophie finished the puzzle.
yeah, but she is really good. I remember that from when she was here last year. And she stuck with that one that was so hard, that one that I had made with all the photos. Because it
Oh.
was a hard puzzle. But I never heard about how the donuts turned out. I'm going to turn
So,
and see you better.
it's kind of,
They're donuts.
the fun part of the story is that we were looking forward to them. That's the fun part. That's the part that matters. It got started yesterday, didn't get done, but the dough got made, so Dave just made it and we ate a couple, but it definitely missed all the people yesterday, but we had so much to eat.
So you did not finish them yesterday? Is that what you did?
They did not get cooked.
I see. So it was
The two big containers of oil got poured into the pan, the dough got made and in the refrigerator, but it just got real hectic because we had people coming over we weren't expecting.
would you kill,
Oh, look at the donuts.
would you kill the donut?
Oh,
The donut holes.
So I ate like 4 or 5, but I can't eat them all.
You can't.
Oh, you must send some over the internet to us.
Yeah, so we will trade you for apple pie.
Oh,
I don't think it's good
So you have a present you're opening from Keith, is that been opened?
Well, you can do it for a little bit, right? But I wouldn't in general, because all of that makes, Mama, pay attention to the screen.
Mhm.
It's also distracting to her. is the problem.
I'm distracting.
You're easily
I'm
distracted.
easily
Very
distracted.
easily distracted.
All right, everybody ready? I have prepared the box by splicing it open, so we didn't have to struggle with that.
Those penguins, Wendy?
Yes, they are penguins. Thanks for noticing. Yes. Okie dokie.
We did.
So this was dated, it was supposed to be 2-day priority mail. And they got it off. Does it say when they got it off? Yeah, it's 12:15 was when they sent it. So it definitely took longer than expected. It looked like an afterthought that this little slip of paper was slipped in there. And it just, I don't know what to say. We'll have to look a little bit further at it. He's got writing on it, talks about a flash drive,
I think it's for you, maybe it's just there by mistake.
and it has Laura's name on it.
Right, in case the outside, sure, it's where it was
Right,
going. In
okay.
case it lost something about the
It's
front of
where-
And I
it.
guess this isn't,
Yeah.
Oh, hi,
It's kind of,
Emily.
it's kind of like.
Hi, Grandma.
I think it was a packing slip that was in there.
all right. And then there's the other packing slip. He just was very thorough. And of course, recycling. So the first thing we have is the New York Times on top. And obviously there's an article that wants our attention because he circled it.
I see, a dead giveaway.
Or
And-
somebody did.
It says 52,112 air ambulance ride. COVID patients surprise bill.
What state? Oh, this is October. This is a while ago.
So,
And it's the October newspaper?
Yes.
but it's always fun to see the New York Times. Okay. So,
They cost a lot, so I don't get them.
so we have a nice little array of ribbons on top. Thank you. And then the first thing I see is socks.
Oh, socks.
They're little footy socks.
Oh,
There can be no Christmas without socks.
They're very Christmassy, red and soft.
Are these like slipper socks?
Yes, yes, indeed. They don't have anything on the, oh, they do. They do. They have that nicely worked in and you can't even see it.
Little bumps to bug your feet?
Keeps you from slipping. And in that same bag, I see another pair of socks.
wow.
Are we gonna, are we gonna refer to our list soon, do you think?
These are beautiful. Do you want to?
Fancy
I think
socks.
probably we should.
We need another
okay,
person on
so,
that front.
So we have printed up paper, which I was thinking I would read. So it is addressed, I mean, you all have the same email, but I think it needs to go along with the box. So Christmas Day 2020, West Roxbury, Massachusetts. So this was written yesterday. The big,
Wow.
warm, windy rainstorm is washing away all of the snow. The soundtrack, Vince Guaraldi plays Charlie Brown Christmas video accompaniment, fireplace log, fire loop. So theoretically, that would be good to have in the background, but we don't have it. So Merry Solstice holiday to all of you West Coastians. So let's see that, as we go through it, I shall read the appropriate paragraph. So we have the holiday socks paragraph.
Wow.
Boomerangs was our favorite local thrift shop for 10 years, a fundraising enterprise for the AIDS Action Committee. Only 2 blocks away, a great place to shop and a friendly recipient of donations. Elizabeth especially enjoyed shopping there around the holidays and found these socks in December of 2019. Sadly, the store closed in March of 2020, not because of coronavirus, but because of low profits. It's a great loss. Alice and Laura had some happy boomerangs browsing when they
Yes, we
visited
did.
on Manthorn Road, and after we had to keep the lovely little flower plates from Portugal, and after all, we had to keep them, and pretty much. So we all have our little mementos from boomerangs.
I'll let you have it.
Okay, the next thing I grabbed out of the box is a 16 gigabyte jump drive, and it says Christmas 2020 on it.
Okay, I am looking to see if we have something. I think somewhere we have a list of all the media that's on that. For now, we'll put that to the side. I don't think I have anything to
Yeah,
read about
although
that.
it looks brand new, obviously it's been very wisely sliced right
Oh.
here.
It is
But
full of
clearly
Christmas.
it's protected. And it also says back on the back, again, 1811 Christmas 2020, 2917, and the Viet in Vietnam is underlined. I don't know whether any of that's important, but we want to keep it in our possibilities. Okay, the next thing is a KN95. Looks like there's two of them. Amazon, November 2020 masks.
A mask.
Yes, the thick ones.
Okay, I'm going to see if we have something to read about why.
Those
Okay, so
things.
KN95 mask from China. From the beginning of coronavirus, we were told to use only ordinary masks, not fancy good ones, N95s. It took a little while for the official advice to get honest clarity. They wanted to reserve the best masks for medical personnel, and there
Oh.
were not enough to go around. We have a friend who started right in making cotton masks and got a few from her. Since then, we have collected a variety here and there, and Kay has started picking up the too many littered masks, though we have not worked out the reusing part. It is a continuing disaster that almost a year later, there is still generally not enough good PPE, personal protective equipment. But as the coronavirus threat gets more deadly, greater daily, for the next few months, it seemed time to try to get better serious masks. We might have a few real N95 from buying eBay Tyvek coveralls a decade ago, but we aren't sure where. The not quite real N95, KN95 masks from China are readily available from Amazon at a reasonable price and seem okay, not too immoral for ordinary people to buy and use. They do require some attention to adjust the noseband shape to fit well and do restrict breathing some. That's how you know they are really working. We mostly try to stay safe by just keeping our distance from others as much as possible. Grocery shopping is maybe our greatest danger. Every time we go in a supermarket, there are probably others with active cases. We are trying to use the KN95 masks as carefully as we can.
Mhm.
Well, thank you.
That's one that recently they talked about.
Is there anything we should read about the thumb drive?
I'm going to skip that because
Okay,
I think
it's
it's
long.
separate.
Okay.
Well, I think that is not here. Yes.
I have Lucy's granola, real nutty pecan, 2 Miller Hill, love K&E, favorite Maine granola.
Wow.
I'm looking to see if we have, okay, so the paragraph about the granola. Granola from Blue Hill, Maine. In this time of coronavirus, we have started ordering granola by mail from Lucy's in Blue Hill, Maine. For decades, visiting Blue Hill on the coast of Maine has been our summer vacation mainstay, particularly staying in a little cabin in the woods on the ocean our friends own. A few years ago, we were heartbroken to hear they had to sell the cabin, and it seemed like that would be the end of our special little alternate life there. They did not actually sell the cabin after trying for a year or so, but in the meantime, the electric power wires came down in a storm, and the cabin sat empty for too long. We did get to stay one more time by bringing hundreds of feet of extension cords to run through the woods from the big house to keep the refrigerator running. Now coronavirus has kept us this year from even hoping to be able to visit the cabin or Maine at all. We like to visit the farmer's market when we're in Blue Hill, buying fresh local vegetables, fruit, delicious bread. We met a family that sells granola that they make. A few months ago, we started ordering by mail, both to support them and as a way to feel connected.
Thank you for that, Keith. And now we've come to Be Still Farms, Real Fine Organics, Organic Hull-less Barley.
Okay, now on to the hull.
Oh, there's a clear window so you can see what's inside. Right here.
And it says right there, check out what's inside. I do think it came that way as opposed to their writing.
Yes.
I think
Oh,
that's
yeah.
part of the packaging.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so the paragraph about the hull-less barley. We used to get special delicious Bob's Red Mill hull-less barley at Ocean State Job Lot. We took it for granted, and then suddenly, with no warning, Bob's discontinued this one item. But why? The only alternatives so far are to order from Amazon, and it never seems quite the same as the remembered good old days. But still, the best favorite daily porridge for Kay, the foundation of good, healthy eating, not cook, eat hot porridge. Long, slow cook, then ideally sit overnight, develops a subtle, good, moist, earthy aroma. Start with diced Granny Smith apple chunks. Encourage E to share some. Sprinkle liberally with whatever powdered additions, turmeric, organic from India, thanks to Amazon, cinnamon, magnesium citrate powder for heart health, thanks to Amazon, cacao powder for heart health, thanks to TJ, and the new seasonal special add-in, nutmeg. About a month ago, Keith fell into a nutmeg phase and was quite pleased to have a cute little jar to share some in. And a whole nutmeg for the odd specialness of it. Years ago, when I was a volunteer history archivist at the local library, someone came in to research nutmeg grinders, a big deal in the 1800s. Inventors making gadgets for people to grind these very hard, exotic foreign spice nuts at home. So I have been charmed by the idea and pleased to be able to buy some whole nutmegs from Amazon years ago, but I don't think I ever got around to trying to grind any. So many hopes and fantasy dreams, way too many for one lifetime. So is there a separate nutmeg thing?
We don't know. We haven't gotten
Okay,
to
we
it
didn't
yet.
actually get there. They went together. It went together with the hull-less barley.
I couldn't find more pink, I couldn't find more purple.
You gotta go through that still more, yeah.
More ribbon. And now a package that says black walnut.
goodness.
West
We're gonna jump.
Roxbury
We're going to
2020.
jump to the black walnut section.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Nuts from West
They're so
Roxbury.
big when they come.
Black walnuts may be native to this part of the country. The trees grow all around here, and we have one right outside our window. The nuts are very strange. They have a thick yellow-green husk outside of the nutshell, kind of look like tennis balls falling all over the ground, some years more than others. They are very difficult to process because the husk oozes juice that stains if you try to open fresh ones, and the nuts have to be dried the right amount before they develop the proper taste. And the shells are incredibly hard. But we've discovered that if you are able to dry the whole nut in a way that it does not mold, they have a delightful, unique spice smell that lasts for months. Strange that this special feature does not seem to be mentioned on the internet. The smell is now very faded over the months, very subtle, a real COVID challenge, likely requiring very close-in nose positioning, deep inhale, etc. And shagbark hickory nuts, collected every year from just up our street. There are two big shagbark hickory trees in adjoining yards that drop a big mess of nuts all over the front yards and street. The owners just rake them up and put them in the trash. They deserve special attention. We have a wild edibles expert, Russ Cohen, who hosts walks. Someone asked him what his favorite was, shagbark hickory nuts. They are pretty to have around, opening up like flowers as they dry. They are pretty easy to crack open with thin shells. Did we get some of those?
I don't know yet. You
Okay.
keep jumping into
Well-
something.
Well, that I'm not
Ah.
jumping. I'm just reading the black walnut, the nut category.
Okay, because we talked about it, it's Lucy's granola. It actually says it's naughty chocolate cherry,
I think we have two Lucy's.
but this
granola.
is specifically for the Junie family. So this will go under the tree for the Junie.
Very sweet. Thank you so much. Very sweet.
And this is.
I'm actually going to step out because my timer's going off, but I may be back.
Okay. Okay. See you later. Thank you.
This is easy to grow amaryllis apple blossom. I don't think we've ever gotten it in this version before.
No, I
goodness.
don't think so.
So this is fun, really
Oh, we
fun.
have to,
We have to come up with our own
well,
media.
we have pots that have been in before.
Yes.
We can definitely do it.
Is there anything about the amaryllis?
Oh, amaryllis. Thank you. Yes, amaryllis coming up.
Oh,
Before we go too far, here's ground nutmeg.
Oh, as opposed to the nut.
Well, it feels like there's something in there. So there's ground and the little whole nutmeg in this for us. Now, what I remember is Laura would just take the nutmeg and shave it on a, just find a way to grate it.
Yeah, just like a little fine grater, but
When she would put it on our eggnog.
I did get a brand new grater for Christmas. It's really cool. Anyway, it does a great job of nutmeg. Okay, I'm going to amaryllis. So the amaryllis bulb. He often orders Christmas amaryllis bulbs in the fall from John Sheepers in Connecticut. She pots them up and they bloom around Christmas, a lovely burst of color on dark winter days. This year she was late ordering, as well as many more people ordering online, so the bulbs were sold out. She found an alternative on Etsy that are described as blooming 40 to 70 days after planting. Hope they'll bloom in the late winter, early spring.
Lovely.
So we have a 40 to 70 day wait depending on when we get them in the soil.
oh,
I'll see if I can't do that before I
shall.
leave.
We shall do that. I think we've got some soil floating around.
Here is the shagbark hickory nut that he was talking about. And if you can see kind of what the nuts look like, they're big. They look about the same size as a walnut. Okay, here is organic whole oat groats, main grains, milled 2nd of September 2020. Keep cool, 8 dry. I don't know what that means, but maybe you'll find out more.
Let me see that last thing again.
Eight
It
dry.
does look like dry.
It
Keep
doesn't
cool
mean
and
eat
dry. Keep cool and dry.
Okay,
Oh.
thank you. It's an
I think it's
ampersand.
I think it's an
Okay.
ampersand.
sorry, you got a quarter of a pile.
Oh, look, and he's got a llama. Do you see the llama? With the Santa hat on.
a llama with a Santa hat.
And Laura got llama soap.
I did.
Uh-huh. Where's the scoop about the barley? Isn't it barley?
What we
The
already,
groats,
we
the
already-
oat groats.
we already kind of read the oat section. I don't think we have a separate one for that.
Okay. Here is,
Oh, wait.
Oh.
We do. I'm so sorry. Oak Groats from Maine. This year, we have been members of Farmers to You, an organization that brings food to the Boston area from Vermont farms once a week. These Maine grain oats were grown somewhere in the Northeast. These whole oats are a regular daily mainstay porridge for Kay. So he mixes that with his barley, his oats and oat groats. Okay.
now, I think we've had this in the past. It's quince.
Quince, yes. Quince from Rosendale. We used to get our weekly Farmers to You order just a few blocks away. But when coronavirus hit, they closed that location. And since then, we have to walk further, about a mile each way, pleasant in good weather. And we usually try to skip weeks when the weather will be bad. We take our saved up paper shopping bags and egg cartons to the Roslindale food pantry at the church. We have stopped helping out in person during COVID. After we pick up our food at the home of Friendly Allen, we wend our way through a zigzag maze of residential streets, browsing at the various little free libraries along the way. A few months ago, we noticed that we were passing right by a little quince bush, and no one seemed to be giving this special fruit any attention. So we started collecting what fell down into the thorny weeds every time we passed by. Quince was a common, important fruit from Bible times. Adam and Eve, not actually an apple until a century or two ago, and now seems mostly unknown, forgotten. We know it is special, but are not quite sure what to do with it. These little quince look quite odd, even when they look quite awful. They seem surprisingly stable and last okay out at room temperature. They have a strong perfume smell. It was tradition to just keep them out, scattered around the kitchen, etc., for the smell. The smell has lasted for months, and we have been partly using it as a way to check on the coronavirus status, whether our sense of smell is okay.
That's
Quince
important.
are not edible fresh. They are hard and challenging. They have to rot in the proper way or be cooked, processed for consumption. They are supposed to turn red inside, but we have not experienced this. They are extremely sour, strong tasting. Most recipes seem to add sugar to make palatable. Since we resist adding sweetener, we don't have any great successes. Kay is the one attached to these exotic taste exploration pursuits.
Dried up.
Small bits of sour cooked quince with TJ Euro yogurt can be interesting. Small bits on waffles with maple syrup is the best idea so far.
It looks like a tiny wrinkled potato with bad spots.
Let me smell it. Let me see if
Not very attractive.
I'm having a hard time getting much smell. So I don't think I think it's lost it.
No, I can't.
It's bare.
Shame.
It smells a little earthy, dusky.
That's what it smelled like to me.
It's
Like just kind of musty.
yeah, it's a little musty. It's
Musty.
not bad.
I
So I want to go ahead and point this out. This is Lucy's practical gluten-free for the Hayes family. So specific types were obviously chosen. We have just 2 more items and then another piece of newspaper with circled things. Here, do you remember, Betsy, do you remember how Grandma Davison would send us articles, newspaper clippings?
Well, I know what his mother used to, which is much more recent, so it's more in my memory. We're going back a long ways. If you would put that on a test, I don't know if I could have answered it.
All right. Well,
If you remember, then I do.
I remember Grandma Davison regularly taking things out of newspapers and cutting the articles
Yeah,
and sending it to us.
yeah, she did.
Here is,
I would like to do. Oh, I do this to my daughter, but it seems kind of rude, though. I wouldn't do it to other people.
To family, you can do it to family. Here is Trader Joe's dark chocolate orange. I'm glad I'm not the only one that loves that combo.
Wait, I have to read that section. So you're gonna,
20 break apart segments.
okay, so this is special for Christmas favorite, break apart shiny dark chocolate orange. Quite seasonal, limited at Trader Joe's. Snap them up if you see them. There may not be any next time you shop. Energetic, sturdy whack required to get them open and separate the segments. A favorite of E for decades. Origins fuzzy in the mist of memories.
I like this little picture. So here it is whole. This is, I suppose, the representation of whacking. And then it turns into the 20 segments.
Do you have any particular attachment to chocolate and orange peel, Betsy?
No, I don't, but my son Scott loves it.
Does he? That is cool to know
If
because
he doesn't get jelly beans and if he doesn't get an orange,
sure
chocolate,
enough.
Ah, lovely.
it's just not Christmas, and he lets us know he's disappointed in us.
Well, I have to make a list of people who like it because I think that Mom always says, "Oh, Hazel's the one," and I've known that I've liked it, but I know that Emily liked it, but I think I remember hearing that Wendy really liked it before, and then I forgot. But just because I do like to make my own orange peel, I'll know for next Christmas who to make it for. And that's fun. I wasn't even
Put me
remembering.
on the beef jerky list, though.
I know, I'm so sorry, Betsy. I didn't think of the beef jerky until I was packing up the bread.
Everything doesn't happen to be every year, and I'm trying to get that.
But I was thinking about it with Heather because I remember that year I made so much beef jerky for Heather for her birthday. When I heard that,
Her birthday's got coming up.
yeah. So,
But, you just don't have to do everything every year. We have so many decorations in a small house. And I was trying to say, Dave, we could put things up, every couple of years, as opposed to trying to pack things where there's no space.
I think that's smart. That's very smart. Do we have one thing left? Because I don't see anything about squash seeds.
We have acorn squash seeds, Thanksgiving 2020, and they're wrapped so nicely
Okay,
in
so
a little piece of paper.
this was our main Thanksgiving dish was an acorn squash stuffed with wild rice, feta, and cranberries. We saved the roasted seeds, so these aren't going to be the plant. Nibbled a few from time to time over many weeks. Whoa, they are careful about things. At first they were somewhat flexible, but within a week or two dried out to a proper toasty crisp. Kay remembers Dawn saving and toasting the seeds from pumpkin carving every year, a specifically Gray Lane memory. They got ate up pretty fast, were gone in just a few days. Now we have pumpkin seeds almost every day in our dinner salad, the modern luxury commercial kind, just the insides called pepitas from TJ. Surprisingly expensive. Wouldn't you imagine there would be an excess of pumpkin seeds in the world from all of the pumpkin pies? Around Thanksgiving, TJ has a sickening flood of pumpkin flavored everything, which we mostly avoid. But last year we took a wild chance on pumpkin chips, flavored corn chips, and they were surprising, mild, pleasing pumpkin taste. Of course, when we went back weeks later, there were no more. So this year we were able to get them again and still thought they were better than the year-round sweet potato flavor version. So he did not apparently send us any of these famous pumpkin chips, but
now we know to
now
look
we
for
know.
them.
Now we know. I think that was all.
No, there's some more things.
Okay, so there was just no more categories that I know of.
Okay, well, here's instructions on the amaryllis, so that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
But there's this substantial item here, and here's the picture of what it is. It's a peace flag, which is so exciting. So it's a rainbow peace flag, part of a project for justice and solidarity.
Very cool.
And this is what it says. So maybe that's why you didn't write it. So our mission to extend kindness and caring across national borders, to spread love that includes people of all sexualities, genders, abilities, religions, races, and cultures,
Is that why they invented America?
and condemn acts of violence and hatred, embracing peaceful communication instead. You know, it says be part of the movement, racial justice, human rights for all. I don't see yet where it's located. It says our flag is evolved in the name of racial justice with new skin tones and black letterings. All colors now stand side by side, a symbol of solidarity and equality for all. And give peace flag. It does not say where they are, shipping these things from. No indication of that.
So it's a secret.
But I can show you the flag.
Oh, it's rather large.
It is large. It can't just go on our little stand.
No,
that's for
we're
sure.
trying to figure out how exactly we can put it up. It's quite a bit larger than we thought.
The flag?
Yeah, much larger than the
Oh,
flags we
look at
normally.
Hi.
It's very large.
It's like a wall
Good.
hanger.
I do not exactly
Look
know.
at it behind Mommy.
We'll have to think about
It
it.
looks so
It
good.
does.
Ah.
And
We don't just want to whisper peace, we want to scream peace.
You want to what, Betsy?
We don't want to just whisper peace.
Oh, no, we don't
No.
want to whisper. We do not want to whisper peace. That's right.
That's all I'm trying to say.
But we have to try to figure out how in the world we can display that properly. It is a little bigger than anything else we have. So,
Yeah.
well, I'm sorry I did not get the photo part of the program all in order because, well, the truth is it was the apple pie's fault. If it weren't,
That seems a little abstract. I'm not sure how you're
well, the
justifying.
pie was just making a lot of noise.
Betsy.
Oh yeah, you have to see this.
I want to
Betsy.
show you another special thing, and this was made for Grandma, for Mama, by Helena. So hopefully I can get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna just
Hey, Nick, yeah.
Do you see that?
Was it one of those throws that you do this?
Yeah, one of the kits where you just do the fringes, right?
Yeah, that is extremely cute. So that's like for her to hang out with.
Thought about it. It was Helena's idea, and as
She
far as I
picked it
know,
out.
Helena did all the fringes. I haven't actually known that for sure, but that was the story last week.
Yes. Isn't that lovely?
That's really cute. And it is a very nice size.
It is. It's going to be
Look
perfect.
how cute they are.
Yeah. For a little,
Ah.
keep my lap warm. Yeah.
How can you look at something like that and not smile? I mean.
Oh, one more cute thing to show you.
Okay.
Oh, Mama's going to show you her cute thing too.
My cute
I
thing.
was trying to get Heather to come, but she's in Colorado and she was just sitting down to dinner, I guess. So
Who's in Colorado?
I got her.
Oh, Heather.
She's
Yeah.
visiting her friend Savannah,
Yeah.
and Savannah has asked her to be her maid of honor.
I saw the post that was.
Oh, I didn't. I put it on Facebook. Okay.
And we are thinking, all of us are thinking about Heather much.
So he's just really not wanting to deal with questions yet.
Oh,
No,
well,
no, we're not
I think
asking
it's
for
so
questions.
unfair that anybody would think you ask a person dealing with grief like that. You know, she has
Or
to have
trauma
time.
and trauma.
Yeah, grief and trauma, and just so much going on for her that she has to process. And the whole idea of having a plan, she can't have a plan.
Well, and we did a little texting with Bo yesterday because David sent him $500 for half of the laptop computer that Bo was buying for Heather. They were winning on it together. She's got the one she had when she went off to college, and it's just barely. Yeah, we tried to do the gaming with her Thursday night, and we could just never keep up.
Mhm.
Catherine has trouble with hers too.
So, I wanted to show you, this is the puzzle I'm working on, Betsy.
Oh, yes,
And I,
uneven border that you are very brave.
yeah, and it's very beautiful. You know, it is this actual shape. So
I remember that, yeah.
getting the edge was a challenge, but I started like, I don't know, not a month.
Yeah, it was
ago.
probably a month ago, but
Like right when
she's been working so hard, there's been no time.
But
Yeah.
I just want to say,
They'll keep you off for the puzzle, they don't.
of course, I've got this, I've got this, I've got, you know, this and the outline, and all I have left is this really hard inner part.
Are they all like the same?
So everything just looks basically red. So anyway, that's where I am.
I told her when she was down to about 4 or 5 pieces, maybe she'd let me put the last ones in.
And I think I told you, Betsy, that I got this for Mama, and we absolutely, I'm so sorry. We need it in our repertoire.
Yeah,
And
I did not realize it wasn't in that household yet.
we didn't have it.
It's
And
good for all ages. It's really nice.
yeah, and you can play with one person or 2 people or up to 8 people, it says.
I didn't realize you could play solitaire, but I do.
Yeah, and Mom and I played, we just opened up, we were sitting on the couch, and I opened it up and we just played it in the box top.
Well, that's a great idea. As long as you're playing it just for a short time.
Take 2 sets and have more pieces.
You can, I don't know why 8 would even be the end.
Yeah, I was just
But-
thinking it would be expandable, right? Because you could just keep making them
I
bigger.
want you to see a theme.
It is.
Can you see this
Do
theme?
what you want.
Can you see this theme?
Yeah.
Ravensburger.
oh, Ravensburg.
Very, very attached to this.
Good stuff. It's good stuff.
It's very good
Well,
stuff.
so we have
One
this
more thing,
lovely.
one more
Okay,
thing, one more
okay.
thing. So I brought the treasure that I got from myself last year, just so he could be with us,
Very cute.
darling.
Yeah.
Does he have a name?
Noel.
He's a mouse, right?
Noel. Right now, that's what he's
Oh,
doing.
Noel.
A little overalls with buttons on.
Yes, he has little overalls and little buttons, and
Very, very cute.
he has a sweater where the reindeer is upside down. But that's nice because when you look down, it's facing you. That's what works well. Thank you for letting me share.
Very cute.
Okay, so I just wanted to show you this lovely treasure that Mama opened. And we were just oohing and eyeing over this treasure, and we were mostly mystified by the microwavability, like what you would do with this in the
Does
microwave.
it really say that?
Yes, it does, and that was mystifying me. But then when I took into the kitchen to show it to Amy and Billy, they said, "Oh, a spoon rest." And I thought, yeah, it could be a nice
Good
spoon.
rest.
A spoon rest. It would be pretty as a spoon rest.
A
Very
big
pretty.
spoon.
Well, it's a great
Any size spoon.
size. It's a really
Or a
nice.
ladle.
Yeah, I like it for that. And then I put it on the stove and I put the garlic in it, and it was really great. So just wanted to let you know
It's multi-purpose use.
that
Wow,
it
interesting.
will have a really nice place in the kitchen doing all sorts of things.
Yeah, there's a little boutique next door to which my friend that I know from pickleball works at, and they were having a sale last summer where they were selling out just all sorts of odds and ends, and I got that, and I got a couple other really cool things.
Yeah, well, this is pretty amazing because you definitely don't look at it and think that anybody else has one like it.
It's not like just your one that they make a 1,000 of.
Right? No, it feels very unique and special.
Yeah.
And I was
Thank
gonna
you.
have Bill.
Fortunately, there was something else I bought that was really cool that same day was like it was hooks for putting a coat on or something. It was like 4 or 5, and it was all mirrors.
Wow.
Everything you'd see in a store. Anyway, I can't find it anywhere.
Wow. Well, thank you so
There's
much.
one more thing I forgot, just in case it's significant. So here's another newspaper clipping, And you can see that it's a man with many, many turkeys.
Many turkeys.
Wow, I can see that now.
And somebody is circling things, but we don't know if the recycler found, and remember Keith is in charge of recycling, so for all we know.
These are all in the package from Keith.
But
Things
because
are circled,
I mean,
no reason why they're circled. It's not like things that you think he's trying to point out to you.
we just don't know.
We do not know
We have
why,
to-
who
I
did the
say- I
circling.
say stay open to all possibilities. So John Peterson, a farmer in Cannon Falls, Minnesota, is trying to anticipate what size Thanksgiving turkeys customers will buy at
Oh.
his family's
See,
market.
and it was true that I understood there was a glut of the big turkeys, right? Because people didn't want big turkeys this year.
Because they
so-
didn't have big
And
groups.
so their normal number of.
And how would you have been able to predict that?
Well, you could probably have seen it coming that people wouldn't be traveling even in the early part of the summer, but I don't know how many people guessed.
Even if that's true, I have seen during this virus thing, consequences and a ripple effect in some areas that I just never.
Well,
would have
one thing that maybe you would be able to figure out, but that I wouldn't have known is I heard something on NPR talking about the flower growers were devastated because if you think about all the times that people go and visit people and take flowers with them.
Yeah.
And they weren't visiting. So the flower industry apparently just was devastated. All these.
So even though there's more people needing you to bring them flowers, people can't go there to visit them, so they
So they,
I thought that they need more flowers, but
well, apparently there were way fewer flowers being given by anybody this
Well,
year.
I got flowers. I got beautiful flowers from Billy. He brought me, what was the name of that?
Oh, you see, that's quite different, Mama. He brought you a cyclamen plant.
A
He
cyclamen
did not buy
plant.
you cut flowers.
Yes. And
got somebody's yard.
Well, she's talking about a potted plant.
a potted.
Oh, a potted plant. No, that's not really qualified either.
Billy brought her for Christmas a potted cyclamen. In fact, Wendy, you
Yes.
can go bring it if you don't
I
mind.
do not think any one family's
Well, show
business
it
is going to change the flowers.
Are you over there?
I'm in Rome.
Could you just could you just quickly stick your head in and talk about your flashlight? Just quick. Not too long.
Talk about your flashlight.
Yeah, I think he liked his flashlight. He was flashing it at me anyway.
Oh,
Here's one of Mom's flower gifts.
yes.
This is, oh, you got flowers at Christmas?
Well, see, it's not flowers, it's a plant. It happens
The plant,
to
but
be
it has a flower, a flowering plant.
full of blooms. It's
It does.
full
It
of
has,
blooms.
it has sweet,
And you know, this
sweet
is-
ones coming right
Do you
here.
know this plant, Betsy? Because it's an outside flower and it lasts a long time. It's one of those that you might have to
Like
grow
those.
just forever, you know. Does really well, but it likes cold weather. It's not.
Another real plus up here in north.
It's the kind of plant to grow, I bet, in anacortes too.
Sounds like it does better than I am. in the
Really?
cold.
But you also have to see what Mom got from Rose.
So these are from Rose, and these are an
Oh.
example of somebody still sending flowers. But when I told you about the flower fields, I was talking about all summer and all fall. I mean, not special holiday flowers.
Yeah.
But the bigger picture of people just weren't giving flowers this year. And
Got it. Well, there have been certain things, certain areas, certain jobs that would have been perfect to jump on the bandwagon when the virus started. But you're saying flowers is not a good one.
Yes, it's a flashlight.
That felt so real. It felt like a real flashlight.
Yeah, this is real. This is
I think
gorgeous.
that's from, who's that from, Keith?
That girl right there.
Oh, it's from Betsy.
Yeah,
Oh, that lovely flashlight. It works really well.
it sure does. Say goodbye, flashlight.
But you know, when you think about what's a good gift that anybody could use a good one of, you know?
Yeah.
I also would like to give big rubber balls. Would you rather have had a big rubber ball? I gave that to the younger crowd.
And I also want to show you our bowl of nuts.
Yeah.
I have a bowl of nuts similar to your bowl of nuts. See?
yeah, I want to show them.
Oh,
And my favorite nuts have already been all eaten up.
Billy got.
Just left with my second favorite nut. Oh, that's nice.
Isn't this nice?
Is that gonna go around your neck, Billy?
It's gonna go around
It
your
is
shoulder.
so super soft.
Oh.
You would just love it. And then I have,
It looks a little bit like it,
I
like
have
it.
to show you all something I got in my stocking from Santa. Can you read that?
No, I can't make it out. I can't do any of, I can't read it. Can you read that, Dave?
No,
Why don't you read it to me? I can't read
I
it.
can't read it.
Here, you have Santa on the phone with a Mr. Trump. And the list is my Christmas list, overturn election, 270 electoral votes, not to be a loser, my little conspiracy theory kit, my enemies' heads on pikes. And Santa is saying, no, sorry, I can't do any of this. What? No, I'm afraid you can't fire me, Donald.
That is very cute.
Okay, a couple more things.
That guy, he's such a kidder.
So we had this book, Betsy, Madeline's Christmas.
I think I've seen, I don't own it, but I think I've seen
And
it.
I read it and it's so sweet.
Yes.
It is so, so darling. They all end up on magic carpets. All 12,
Really?
all 12 of the little girls. And they get to fly home for Christmas.
Wherever they came from, where their parents are.
Well, a carpet man came to their door. And he said abracadabra, cadabra, cadabra, cadabra. And then they all got to fly home for Christmas.
Got it.
And then they had to fly back, of course, but when they flew back, they all had presents.
Yeah, no, I don't think I have ever read that book.
It's very, very sweet.
Yes, and I thought
Does not sound familiar.
And then I got this book for my house mom and friend Ildy, because she loves cats.
It's a very cute picture.
But I had to bring it so that we could look at it. And it has a cat, which I have to say I'm pretty touched, is in here. You'll see why. You'll see why.
I'll see.
Fortunately, they have something in the back that'll help me find it. Where is he? Here he is, 48. He's number 48.
wow.
He's Winnie. See?
Winnie.
He's Winnie. And
I
he's
don't
pretty
think cat's being named Winnie, but
I know. I know. He's a domestic tabby.
an interesting looking cat too. He seems to have a lot to him.
Absolutely.
There's something going on behind those eyes.
So this has been a great Christmas, but I've missed you, Betsy. And if you didn't see, I posted some pictures of you.
I did. I see the picture of your stockings. We got a picture of stockings. Well, whose camera was that on, Dave? Yours?
Mine,
Yeah, not on my camera, so I couldn't send them to anybody. But I'll get
never sent
them.
them to her.
We had 4 stockings.
But see,
Got
I can send them to her. I
to,
can
to my
email
mom or to Wendy?
whoever,
Huh?
anybody.
You will send them. I thought you said you did send them. What are you saying?
Well, just do it again. We love you. We're gonna let
Okay.
you get back to your puzzling.
Okay, sounds good. And I still am trying to have a video call with my daughter. We've not, it's not been the same. They're in a different time zone, that makes it harder. So
Well, you let her know that we are just loving on her, just loving on her.
Think you
I
know.
was back tomorrow morning. She heads back, and it's going to be so hard for her. But she says she's really determined. But I just know he really wants her back.
Yes, and we've kind of gone through this before.
Yes, we have.
We'd like it to turn out differently this time.
We are hoping with every little thing we've got. So.
Yes. Okie dokie.
Okay, bye-bye. See you guys later.
We love you.
I love you too. Bye-bye.
Thank you for everything, Betsy. So
You're
sweet of
welcome.
you. It was so sweet of you to remember me with your book in the bookstore.
I love that little bookstore.
I want to share all my stories. That just reminded me of all the stories I have in my mind of the family that sometimes I'm going to have to get written down somehow because right now they're just in my head.
We think we have forever, but we really don't.
It's true, Betsy. Thank you. It's been really nice to share a little Christmas with you. And thanks for the pictures that Scott sent. I don't know if you knew that he sent pictures, but
No.
he did.
No.
The pictures. It was so kind. I didn't get a chance to thank him yet.
Yeah, no, he's a great kid.
Yeah.
Sophie gets him a lot more than I do.
Well, that is the way it works, Betsy.
It is the way it works, I know. It makes me very happy.
If you do a good job, your kids are ready to separate from you. That's
I
what
know, I tell myself that, but it doesn't help when you're all alone. Oh, I'm
That's
sorry,
it.
Dave.
That's it.
I'm not all alone.
Okay.
Is your mom part of the Betsy
Okay, bye.
NRA?
Bye.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Hold on.
Bye.
Bye.
I love you.
I love you too, Mom.